Dan RadioStyle. Hope everybody out there's having themselves a great day. Signs what you want are on the way. And this is really kind of funny because some of these signs are going to come across to a lot of us like, oh, it's not working. Something's not right. And it's like, keep doing what you're doing because it kind of is. So go with me on this a little bit. And it also is kind of in response to a video of mine that's kind of just sort of taken off right now. It's pretty exciting to watch, but needless to say, it's very, very exciting. So similar, and I'll link that one below for those of you that maybe haven't seen that one, even though it's like more unlikely that you haven't seen it than those of you that have. But nonetheless, signs that you know it's coming. So one of the first things that will start to happen, it's a great indication that what you're doing right now, the way things are currently working out, where you're at in the process is good. How you can tell, long sentence shortened, you're feeling better. You're actually feeling better. Your general overall mood is better. You seem happier. You seem at ease about the whole situation. You're not nervous. You're not worried. I'm fine. Like maybe you don't realize, it's definitely coming. Maybe it's not I don't know what, but it's just, you feel good. You feel fine. You feel calm. You're able to enjoy your day. You're able to wake up every day with a purpose or whatever gets you through the day anyways, right? You're able to do all that and life feels fine. That's a great sign. If there's worry and freaking out about stuff, not so much. Working there. And maybe there's some techniques, certainly a bunch of videos you can watch from any number of people, myself included. But how you're feeling about it, as I've spoke about many, many times, it's the language of the soul. Your feelings are your soul talking to you. When you're doing something good as far as your soul's concerned, believe me, you'll feel good about it. And if what you're doing is not good, you'll feel bad about it. That's how you know. Number 2, obstacles and all manners of crud seem to be happening. It's one of those things where you're starting to manifest, you're getting into something new, maybe it's a new job, new car, new boat, love, specific person. And the second you really start doing all the work, maybe you get some, like we said in the first step, you might feel good about it. But what you notice is you're noticing a lot of weird things, like they don't ever text you, or you've gone on 2 interviews and it just didn't go well, or you're trying to get more money in your life and you keep having bills pop up, and you're trying to like, what the heck is going on here? Why do I have more bills showing up when I'm trying to manifest more money? And a lot of the times, one, we're not seeing it for what it is. In the case of bills, it's actually a good sign because it indicates that the universe is saying, you're definitely going to have money to pay for this. Here's proof because now I'm saying you have to pay us, right? And believe it or not, in a lot of cases, bills are indicative. Now, not bills like where I go out and run up my credit card. That's different. But, if it costs you to live, then that's a necessity in life. And usually, unless we've got some karma there, life will work out and try to help fill in those gaps for us. Maybe it's that cost of living increase, but we'll find that we get a lot of obstacles. Neil Donald Walsh talks about this specifically as well. As soon as you start manifesting something, you kind of manifest the opposite of it. Now, Esther Hicks calls it contrast. I happen to be very fond of that concept. But whatever the case is, when you're trying to manifest something, you almost have to understand it in all of its complexities. I mean, that yin and yang concept, not to throw too many crazy things at you at once, but really does demonstrate that life's not just simplistic, right? So you might get a few obstacles, but just understand that that's fine. That's part of this process. And it's actually good if you're seeing some things that are like, what is this? Why am I seeing this? It's because you're on the right track. Again, you were feeling good just a moment ago, and then now all of a sudden something weird pops up that seems opposite. That's good. It's a good sign, believe it or not. Don't get hung up on it. Don't say that's what I'm doing more of. No, that's just part of the contrast, part of manifesting something, part of making something evolve into your physicality is to walk through some of these different avenues. Another huge step that kind of lets you know, not to borrow the name, but it's kind of stepping stones, really. And what you'll notice is you'll be getting like smaller things. It's not really your manifestation. It's really like smaller stuff. For an example, maybe you're trying to generate more sales in your life, right? So now all of a sudden you might have an extra few opportunities, an extra few phone numbers, an extra few marketing plans that will allow you to, act and maybe sell. Now, when you look at them closely, they're not really better, but the numbers are increasing, which means I have more opportunity, more possibility, more probability. What's another good example? Let me see if I can come up with friends talking about it. Yeah, that's a good one. Like, all of a sudden you're trying to manifest something and then boom, your friend's doing it. And a lot of us call it birds before land, right? It's that kind of thing where someone might be demonstrating or manifesting it first, and it's not really you doing it. So it's kind of right? Like it's not quite there, but it's in the same genre. Why? I mean, I've been working on this. Why is my friend seeing it? Well, your friend may be experiencing it, but she's sharing it with you. You're a part of it. So it is part of your reality. And it means it's becoming that much more real because now it's happening to people close to you. And the next step is it to happen to someone much, much closer to you, which would be you, right? So that's kind of the thing is as we get closer to it, I like to think of it, I don't know, I kind of just visualized a radius right now where, out a little bit it's like where you're coming into it. I call it moments, right? We all have to pass through moments every day, right? Some moments take like a minute and some moments friggin' last forever. It could be an hour. So we're all marching through these moments. As we get closer to the manifestation, I think that radius, if you will, that circle, like our radar, if you will, starts picking up stuff, bling, right? And it starts pinging back at us. And it means, dude, you're close. You're on your way. There's this thing that's just like what you're looking for, just out over here. And here's the reflection you're seeing is your best friend is now dating someone. Not your person, of course. That'd be a bummer. But yeah, your best friend's now dating someone. She's been talking about being in love forever. Why is she getting it so quickly? Now, the problem is when a lot of us look at that and go, that sucks. They're getting it. That actually hurts our chances. When we are excited and notice the fact that it's closer to us and that we're making progress and that it's so much more progress that it's now happening to my friend and I love my friend and I adore my friend, so why wouldn't I want my friend to have it? Of course we do. A lot of it's just the jealousy. It happened to them first. Who cares? If your friend's a millionaire, great, awesome. You get to hang out with them. If your friend's dating someone wonderful, great. That means yours is coming right around the corner. Now you got someone to double date with. A lot of good things. There's different ways to look at stuff, and a lot of us sometimes maybe spin it in a direction that we don't want to. So, try to see it for what's happening. Try to see what's coming for us. It's a wonderful thing. So again, it might seem like small stuff's happening, but it's not it. Don't get hung up on it's not it, because that energy is kind of that energy pushes away. Be happy. Be happy. Okay, it's getting better. Obviously, it's getting better is what I say to myself when I've got 3 extra opportunities, even though all 3 of them suck, and it's like I might as well not have had any extra opportunities except it's 3 extra opportunities. Now it's just an issue of, well, there's more opportunities. That's wonderful. And they're only going to get better from here, right? And that's how you start to build those sales. That's how you start to get closer to love. That's how you start to get closer to the relationship when you see your friend doing it too and you're so thrilled for them because you realize that means you're that much closer. You realize that's an indication that you're way close because your best friend has it now. Obviously, you're next. Of course, you guys are going to be in love together. Duh. That's how it always happens. Of course. So, good stuff when you see it. Last but not least, and this one gets a lot of us too. And this is kind of an important one because this is one of those ones where, sometimes we get very, very focused on what we've decided we want. It's how some of us got into law of attraction, right? We've decided there's some very specific thing that I want to do. Maybe it's a specific person, and I'm curious, is there a way I can get a specific person? And boom, law of attraction shows up, and you're like, I want my ex back. Is there a way to get my ex back? Boom, law of attraction shows up. I want a race car. Is there a way to get a race car? Boom, law of attraction shows up. Yeah, it shows up all over the place. Race car drivers too, right? So in any number of places, we're going to be trying to create in our life. And hopefully, if you're new to this, hopefully you start to expand this in different areas of your life. If you're maybe trying to find that specific person or get an ex back or something like that, well, hopefully you use this knowledge that you have now to maybe try to get your next job. Why wouldn't you? Because now all of a sudden you understand how what you focus on is what you get more of. So the almost manifestation, the almost. And then what it is, it's the one where, everything about him was great except... or the job was really good, but I wasn't paid very well. Or the job was like right exactly what I wanted. Yeah, it's the same thing, right? Like it's just not quite what you were hoping for. And a lot of us go, oh no, that just means it's not happening. And it's like, no, it means a few things. Really, I don't know. I poo-poo the phrase typically what it means, but what that indicates, I like that word better, is A, you're getting close to the exact manifestation, and B, universe is kind of like, you want to fill in some of the blanks for me at this point? Like I've got you a silhouette, I've got you an outline of this thing that you're trying to create, but you really didn't give me quite enough to work with. So is it okay that it's like this, or is it not okay that it's like this? And where a lot of us get our challenge is we accept. Sometimes we set the bar down low. Sometimes maybe self-love's kind of an issue and we're settling. So sometimes we're willing to take something that's not what we wanted, what we really understood that we wanted, and then this shows up and it's lacking some stuff. Some of us will be like, yeah, well, it's better than nothing. No. Yeah, it's better than nothing. But you know what's better than that? The thing you were actually trying to create. Go back to the drawing board. Fill in some of the details. That's okay. That's all right. It's perfectly okay. If you're lacking a couple pieces of information, that's part of the fun of this, by the way, because, and it's happened to many of us that do any sort of manifesting consciously for any length of time, you will manifest things that were just not quite what you were trying to manifest. And you're not stuck with it. You're not stuck with it forever. Some things are a little more permanent than others, you know, tattoos, children, I don't know, to name a couple. But outside of that, we can generally change our mind, try again, make it happen in a better way, closer to what we're after, closer to what we're interested in. And then, you know, lesson learned. It's fantastic. So one, when it happens too, here's kind of the way my mind works with it. So maybe, hopefully this helps a little. But one, boom. I created this thing. Holy crap, I totally created it because it's exactly what I was talking about, even to the point where there'll be little ironic things about it, like, and they're going to be wearing a blue hat, right? And it's just some total doof, but they walk up wearing a blue hat, and they're all the other things that you talked about, but missing a whole bunch of stuff that you never even mentioned. That's where it's funny. Universe has a sense of humor, or our higher selves have a sense of humor, or, you know, source, whatever. There's the humor in the universe, for sure. I mean, the duck-billed platypus is an example a lot of people use. I mean, what the frick is going on with this animal? It's got a bill, it gives eggs, but it's a mammal. What? Anyway, just saying. Manifestation is equally exciting, just like crazy animals on Animal Planet. That's right. So, those almost manifestations should be an opportunity to go back to the drawing board. You can choose to accept what it is. I know a lot of people would. A lot of people are trying to make pain stop. There's a video I just did yesterday about why we do things, and it's very important. And if you're trying to make the pain stop, or if you're trying to avoid something, or if you're manifesting something to do that, a lot of the times you actually kind of mess yourself up in the process. There's that self-love. Like, for anyone that just says, it's all law of attraction, just think positive thoughts and everything's perfect. Don't have to do anything else. It's like, nah, there's like more to it. Like our energy, the way we're vibrating, there's, you know, all these other laws that I'm for the moment drawing blanks. You can look for 12 spiritual laws, 12 universal laws. I've got it on my channel. They're 12 something. Hopefully you find it. But that being said, there's a lot that goes into this. Law of attraction is a very neat, fun part that's a lot easier, a lot less esoteric, if you will, a lot easier to identify when it happens, when you're victorious, when it works. When you start to realize that what you've been focusing on and doing, suddenly you're getting these coincidental things that are exactly like what you've been doing. Now, I say coincidental mockingly so because the people that are doubters will say, well, that's just a coincidence. Okay, sure. I mean, I'm not here to prove to them, right? But for the rest of us, I don't believe in coincidence. You believe in coincidence? Probably not, right? That's why you're into law of attraction. So again, however it works, some of the greatest minds on this planet that ever tried to create anything in their life, better jobs, scientific stuff, whatever, there was always a focus on a thing. They didn't necessarily know they were following the secret or the law of attraction or Neville Goddard's teachings or any of that crazy crap, right? But they were just staying focused on their dream and goal. And in doing so, they kept it in their mind, they kept it in vision, they kept looking out until they had it. They never took what was going on for right now. They never took no for an answer. None of that stuff came into play. And you know what? They accomplished it. A lot of them. The ones we've heard about. We don't hear about all the ones that didn't accomplish it. They're like, dude, I focused on it every day and I failed. Well, you know, there's stuff to it. And a lot of the times our beliefs will come into play. Again, you were looking for good signs that things are going to play. We've got 4 awesome signs right here. And sometimes they're the ones that you're like, this isn't quite working out. No, it is. Go a little further. Go a little further. I'm not asking you to just believe me blindly. Go a little further. You'll be surprised. Keep doing what you've been doing. Keep working. Don't get all discouraged because that's where you get yourself in trouble. Keep your energy cool. Even if you're seeing contrast, So what? It's contrast. Whoopee. It's not your contrast. It's just contrast. It's visible. It's something that's popped up that's oddly opposite of what you've been trying to create. That's okay. It's not yours to keep. It's yours to appreciate and look at and go, yeah, I definitely don't want any more of that. You kidding me? No. That's why I'm choosing this. Duh. Boom. And you walk on with a smile, knowing that's a sign towards your manifesting occurring, towards your creation happening, towards your thing that you're trying to have in your life. That's an awesome sign. A lot of people, they don't see it like that. But that's the reality of it. It's a beautiful thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't. Share, comment, like, all that good stuff. It's Dan RadioStyle. Thank you so much.